I set up? I set up this one. All right, hey, welcome back to my stream. I'm Fruitcakes3317, and today we are back into learning Unity. I'm going to be working on my lesson 5, final lesson for this course, and it's all about user interface, which is the thing I needed the most help with. It's where I messed up on my game, why I started this course. And so here we are, finally going to find the solution to all my problems, right? And if there's any time left, I'm going to jump into my crabby race game, the exclamation point play, chat play game, and try to set up the finish line to declare a winner. But this will be a short stream. I have lots of things I need to do for the weekend, and let's just get to it. All right. And once again, attack of the tabs. So, um, let's just jump right in. I'm actually I was thinking about muting these videos for you guys this time because on the replays, they're awful. So, let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna turn this volume. Oh, I had my computer sound completely off. I wasn't even aware of that. I wonder if like all the Minecraft sounds are just missed on the last one. Okay, I'm turning my computer sound way down, so um I know I come across really soft. I'm trying to project my voice more, and I'll probably just get another mic that can actually pick me up better in the end. But yeah, here we go. This should stay open. I'll try to keep all that open.
All right, so we're going to get started working on prototype 5. Now, I've already downloaded the assets for our starter project, but make
I
sure
already
you
did all
head
that
down
too.
to the instructions
That's
below
what
the
took me
video
so long
to
to get
download the
started.
starter files yourself afterwards. Now, I'm going to go through and import these assets and open up the Unity project, so I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, I
In
already
your
did that.
assets folder in the project window, select your scenes folder, open up prototype 5,
I'll just double check I did everything right.
delete your sample scene.
I went ahead and did this just so I could open
Now let's reposition
Visual Studios.
to our camera. So now you can see our background for prototype 5. In fact, our camera is currently set to this 2D view, so we can actually just set our scene view to 2D. This will in fact actually make it easier for us to interact with this scene, because while we
It
do
looks
have
right.
3D objects we're using, we're generally just going to be working on this 2D plane here. We could have done that for some of our other projects, but it's always good to get comfortable moving things around in the 3D space. In fact, if we select our move tool now and select our background, for example, we actually only have arrows for the Y and the X axis. There's no Z axis because we can't go forwards or backwards. We can only go up, down, left, or right. And then one more thing that we can do, if you want to, go to your course library in your assets folder. In the textures folder, expand that. And there's actually all of these different textures that we can use. So, for example, I could replace these dark panels on the side.
Let's make checkerboard.
Then I can make my center panel have a dark background. For now, I'm just going to leave it as it was, so I'm going to undo all of that. And now we're ready to get started.
Okay,
so what you're going to do is open up Unity Hub and create a prototype.
Okay, we already know that. Moving on, create good and bad targets. The first thing we need in our game are 3 objects to collect. Okay. It's so tempting not to just follow these steps down here, but they say things in the video that are not in the steps.
For this little game is 3 objects that we're going to collect and then a bad object to avoid. So we're going to go into our project window. We're going to, under our assets folder, expand our course library. And then in our course library, we're going to expand our props. Now you can see we have a bunch of different options here, from bad things we don't want to collide with. We have different balls we can use. We have food. There's other types of things. So I think
My
I'm
hands are
just going to
so
use
cold right
some
now.
of these other objects here. So I like the look of all of these different crates, so I'm going to go and drag them into my hierarchy. And you can kind of see they're stacking on top of each other, so
Good
we'll
day
just
to
go and
you.
remove food
Hello.
and just drag them onto our scene so
Pin.
we can see
Hope
them.
you're having a good one. I'm learning about user interface today. Well, hopefully by the time I get done with this, I'll know
And then
something.
we need a bad prop to use, so we'll go into props, bad, and we'll just click and drag. I'll use a skull as one of my bad props. That way it's very clear which ones are good. All of these different crates over here. And then we have our
They just have
skull,
you
which we
go through
definitely don't
this
want to
making of
press.
a course, a
Now
little
we're going
game.
to rename all of our props, so that way it's easier to manage them. So we'll name the skull, and we'll just make this very simple. So we'll call this bad one for the first bad prop. In our crate, we'll name this good one. So this is the first one. We have good two. And then our next
So
two will
yeah, good
be good
enough.
three. Now,
Let's
on
say
all
like
of our
that.
props, we actually need rigid bodies and box colliders, because this game is going to be a bunch of objects being thrown
Well
up in the
enough.
air and then falling. We need
Eh,
physics for that. And then we need colliders, because we're actually going
I'm
to
pulling up
add
my chat
triggers
on my
to
phone
each
so I
of
can
these
see it
boxes as
easier.
well. So I'm going to select the first box, and then I'll
Alright,
select the last item on the list. And I'm just going to add
I got you.
components
Right
that
there.
I'll add a box collider, so hopefully it works on all of them properly. And then I'll add a rigid body. So now we have box colliders and rigid bodies applied to all of them. Now what we're going to do is, in our assets folder, we're going to right click on it and create a new folder. And this will be for our scripts.
Wonder. Oh, I want to
And
make sure
then
I use
in
the
our
same
scripts folder,
names.
we're just going to make a script called target. And then we're going to select all of our different objects as well, and they'll all use the same
How are you
target
doing
script in
today?
general, so we don't need to get very fancy with this. So now you can see they all have the target script applied. Now
Is
in
they
our
calling it
assets folder,
evil or bad? Or they
we'll
called it
create
bad.
a new folder for our prefabs. Now we're going to take each of our different objects and we'll drag them into our prefabs folder. Make sure you create original prefabs.
Just gonna add box colliders to everything. And then rigid bodies.
And now, since we have all of our prefabs, I'll just go and delete all of these objects in our scene now, because I don't think we'll need to edit them much later. So delete, and now we're good to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your course library folder underneath props. You can pick a bed prop that you're going to use for your
There we
game,
go.
and then choose 3 other props. They can be balls, they can be food, they can
I
be
created a
any other
script
kind of
earlier.
prop that
Just
you want to use.
open
Make
VS. I'll
sure
just
on
rename
all of the
it.
props you add a rigid body and a collider. In our project
Target.
window, create a new folder for your scripts and create a target script that you'll then apply to each of your different objects
Oops,
on
I
your
gotta wait a
scene.
second.
Once you have the box collider, the rigid body, and your script applied, create a prefabs folder. Drag and drop all of your different objects into your prefabs folder. Create original prefabs, and then you can see all of the different prefabs here.
I'm
So
actually
all
really
of the
excited of
components
learning
above.
about user interface
So now it's your
because
turn.
I could not attach a visual hand to my user interface on the game I was trying to make, and that's why I took this whole course. And I finally got to that point. Okay, and then drag them all to be prefabs. I'm gonna make a folder, fabs, and then they'll all get dragged in there. There we go. Okay.
So,
Fun fact, until a few years ago, renaming a script in Unity would break the project. You had manually to copy the content and create a new one, though it was a bug, never the intended behavior. Well, aren't I lucky then? I'm so lucky I'm getting into it now. Well, everybody else had all the troubles. Okay, I did just notice that. Let's reopen this. Does it automatically show up for you guys? I don't think it will. There we go. Yeah. Hmm? We stress tested it for our baker. I don't know what a baker is. I want to know. Tell me what a baker is. We stress tested it for our baker.
we have each of our different prefabs created, and we've applied our components to them. So now we're actually going to use our target script to control the force that they move in the air, the random position that they start off at the bottom of the scene, and then torque to be able to rotate the object. If you double click on your target script, now with our target script open, we're going to create some variables. So we're going to create a
Hmm?
private variable for our rigid
Wait,
body
isn't your
that we can
backstory
just
about a
create using this
bakery
component
at least the first chapter the only
called as
one I
target
read up to
RB.
now? Oh my goodness,
Each
you
of
read
our
it.
different objects are the different targets we're trying to hit.
Yeah, that's all jokes.
In our set method, we're going to
Baker.
just
Okay, okay. Let me think now. We stress tested it for our baker. Oh, so I'm the baker. Okay. Okay. Yes. I was thinking of baker like, I don't know, some sort of software. There's so many like terminologies in slangs. I thought it was a new version of cooked or something. Yes, yes. Uh, yeah.
target RB.
Sorry. Guess I should know my own identity. Yeah, we have the bake in software, but it means the same exact thing, putting inside the final executable something external. Yeah. See, like words, never ending meanings.
And we'll set it to be the component on our object, which is our rigid body. Now that we have our rigid body component, we need to apply a force on our object so that when it spawns, it moves up in our scene, so then it can fall down. So using our target rigid body, we're going to add a force. In this case, our force is going to be in the up
I hate
direction.
typing rigid body. I wish it would autofill that
And we'll
word.
multiply this by a random value for now, so we're actually going to use our random range method. And we'll set it, just to test, we'll use 12 as the lowest value that it can be and 16 as the highest. And we actually want this force applied instantly, so we'll use a force mode. And we'll use our impulse. Another thing that we want to do is we actually want this object to rotate and move as it gets sent through our scene. So we're going to use our rigid body again. This time, we're actually going to use torque. So add torque. And so torque will actually apply the force for our object to rotate. In this case, we just need the direction that the torque will be applied in. So we'll use random ranges for our X, our Y, and our Z. So we'll randomly generate a value that it will rotate in, say, -10 and 10. So that's on the
I'm
X.
sorry if this is
We
boring.
generate another random value. I'm just going to actually reuse this bit of code. So I'm actually just going to copy this. And I'll paste it into our Y value. And then I'll paste it into our Z value. So our X, our Y, and our Z are all calculating different random values between -10 and 10. Again, we want this force applied instantly, so we'll actually use another force mode. And then we want to set the position of our object randomly on our X. Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to create a random place for our different object to spawn. So we're going to get the position
Hmm?
of our current object,
Boring. This
and
is
we'll set
fun.
this to
Also,
be
this just
a
gave me an
new
idea.
vector 3. And for the X, it'll be a random
What's the
range.
idea?
So we'll try and keep it between, let's say, like -4 and 4. This way it stays between the left and right side of our screen. For our Y value, we'll set it to something like -6. That way it spawns underneath the scene. And then for our Z value, we can set it to 0. Now if we want to test and see how this looks, we can actually drag our prefabs into our hierarchy, and we'll randomly create
Making a
these effects.
2D RPG game
So
engine
random position,
as
we've
side
got the random
project from
force
scratch.
applied. Now, one little
That
bit
sounds like
of clarity that we can actually add. So since we're
I
not
don't I
actually
mean I want to say
using a
fun,
Z
but
value here,
um hmm, fun for you and fun for me if you give it to me when you're done so I can use it. I used to think I would have to do that just to be able to make a game. When I first started out, I was like, a lot of the game engines were pay. Huh? What's that? Hmm? Oh, mine Zocker55 has followed. Thank you so much. No idea how I got here, but I am. Greetings from Germany. Hey, Germany. Welcome. I am learning user interface on Unity. It'll be your pleasure. Well, definitely send it. I would definitely try it.
we can actually remove this. And since we're not really moving anything on the Z in general, in this case, it'll set the X to be a random range. The
All y'all
Y
having
will
dinner
be
now, aren't you?
-6 underneath what our player can see, and our Z is always just going to be 0. So what you're going to do is in your target script,
Oops. Forgot where my cursor was. So, oh, let me do my introduction. Sorry. I am FreakX3317, aspiring indie game developer. I normally stream learning Unity and Minecraft and new games. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a good day. So, I never could motivate myself enough to use game engines or make games, even though I'm a software engineer. No, it's 5:46. Yeah, you gotta convert that for me. I can do it, but I'm gonna be like, this takes me a second. I'm like, oh wait. It's fine being a game engineer and like not wanting to make games or a software engineer. I want to make games, but I never really had much interest in playing games. I getting into them now because of the whole um I'm forcing myself because I need to put myself in the player's position to make games. I've realized. I guess it's kind of cool if you think about it. It's like some people want to play games, and then some people want to make games, and then some people want to make the things that help the makers make the games. So it's all just one long chain, and then someone's out there creating GPUs, you know? After this tutorial ends, I'll give you a quick tip. All right, definitely. I'll hold you to it. Makes me want to hurry up. I want to hurry up and get to the user interface of this because each unit they make you build a whole game. So right now I'm just adding the things and doing all that setup stuff. And I mean, this is my fifth prototype with one challenge in between each. So what is this, like my ninth game from beginning I've had to set up. So make sure I'm keeping track of where I'm copying this. The range. Oops. Sometimes my fingers get a mind of their own and they just type something that's not anything that I was trying to. And I'm terrible at spelling. This doesn't help. Vester? No, it's not Vester. It's Vector. I do that typo all the time. It's like you'll hear, you might end up seeing me crash out just on typing. Oh my gosh. All right. I think, is that everything they wanted in there? Yeah.
You're going to create a rigid body variable. You're going to get the reference for that rigid body component. Now that you have your rigid body component, add a force in the up direction using a random strength between 12 and 16, and make sure that you apply the force with an impulse. In our next line of code, we're going to add torque to apply rotation to our object, and we're just going to use randomly generated values for all of the different x, y, and z.
What did I do
And then
wrong?
we're going to set the position of our object to be
Oh,
a random range on our x and just below what our player can see on the y. Now it's your turn.
what did I do here? What did I do wrong here? Oh, no comma. I put a comma where there shouldn't be a comma and then put a comma where there should be a comma. Huh? What? Did it add a word somewhere? Okay. Or did I misspell something? Oh, no. Oh, there's a dot between these two. Hmm? Yes. Thanks. Gotta have that second set of eyes sometimes. Sometimes I have a typo. Okay, I'll switch B for D on object. I had that happen to me and I was staring at it for so long till finally I copy pasted the whole thing into Gemini and I was like, Gemini, tell me where the typo is because I can't see it. And as soon as it was like, it's object, you have it misspelled, I was like, whoa, how can I not see that until I see it? Yay. But doing this has actually helped me.
So we have our script for our target set up.
It's common. Wait until you hear about rubber ducking. Rubber ducking. You gotta tell me what that is now. Come on. By the way, my pro tip, remove get component and above where you first declared target, add serialized field. Then in the inspector, scroll until you don't see target and drop the object itself in there. Hmm, I love that idea. Although for the purpose of the course, I have to follow their steps because I've noticed sometimes they'll have me do it one way and then later they'll be like, "Okay, we're going to delete all this and we're going to do probably just what you just explained in future steps." So, for this, I'm going to follow their instructions explicitly because I already learned the hard way. But I'm definitely going to remember that. It is a lot easier when you have places to drop items in the inspector. I like everything public. Put it all in the inspector, please.
We're just going to do a little bit of cleanup just because we have a lot of these different methods and we have a lot of different hard values. So we're going to make our code just a bit more readable. So we have values for our speed.
It's
We
already
have
saying
values
it's
for our
gonna
torque that
clean it
we're going to
up and make
apply.
it more readable.
We have a range for X position and we have our spawn position. So we'll just create a bunch of those variables. So we'll make a private float for our min speed, our minimum speed. And we'll
Wait,
set
you
this
mean like an
to
actual rubber
12 for
ducky?
now.
Wait, wait, is this just like a therapy thing that the developers or engineers do? Or was this something your teacher made you do in front of the class? I'm sorry. I'm just imagining standing up there in front of everybody with your little rubber ducky, Shakespearean style, in your hands. Oh, rubber ducky, where art thou? These bugs, they bother, they bother at thee. Not a therapy, it's useful because as you explain your code, you find the error in the flow of the logic. Well, yeah, yeah, brain exercise therapy, not like I'm having an emotional breakdown. Um, yeah, I get that one. I just explain it to myself, and that's I'm dumber than a rubber duck. I'm sorry. I think these things and then I have to say them. Okay, focus, focus.
We'll make another float for our max.
I just got the visual of someone talking to the rubber
For our
duck.
torque,
I
we'll
love
make
rubber
a
duckies.
torque variable, and we'll set this to be 10.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then we have
Oh,
a
that's a good
range
one.
that our x can spawn.
I get a Barbie. I'm gonna explain it to Barbie. That's totally what I'm gonna do. Or my little bunny. I have a stuffed bunny from Easter still on my desk. And it's yellow, almost like a ducky. All right, Mr. Bunny. Let me tell you, this is how my game's gonna work. He's looking at me like, huh? Huh? All right. Focus, focus, focus. Huh. Okay, okay. Not public. Serialized field achieve the same thing without putting public. The get component iterate through all the component of the object on while the serialized field is direct on. Get component is useful when you dynamically create an object. Otherwise, seri serialized field is always preferred. Okay. Screen capture that on my phone. Yes, yes. Screen capturing this chat. Oh, if it will let me. I just keep changing the volume. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got it. Screen captured. Noted. Okay, I want to peek real quick at this. Change the size. Where am I on this? 4. Okay. Okay, so there's 7 in total. All right. I was just checking my progress rate. It's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Okay. So replace messy code with new method. So now, just like I said, they're gonna have me
Spawn in,
change everything.
and we have a position for our y. Now we'll go in and replace all these values really quick. So in our random range for our add force, we're going to change our 12 to be the minimum speed that we want our objects to move. And then we'll change the 16 to the maximum speed. Across our random.range for our torque, we'll apply our max torque for the negative values and the positive values.
They just added 5 different floats.
So this way, it's just using max torque to see the range that it should be creating random numbers at. And then finally, for our position, we'll change the range that our object spawns at to our x range between -4 and 4. And then we can just remove the -6 to make this the actual y spawn position. Now, if we wanted to make our code a little bit more readable, we could create random variables for the
Ah,
x random torque, y random torque, and z random torque. That doesn't really save us any lines of code, really, so it's not entirely useful to do. But what we can do is, since we have all of these different...
quiet for a minute. Max speed is 16. C. Torque is 10. X range it's not range. Got ahead of myself. Spawn position. Oh, my fingers are being so uncooperative right now. I swear, like, when I play games, it throws off my positioning. Alright, hydration break. Okay, now
Different lines that are each doing
I'm
one
changing
specific
all of
task.
that.
We can put these into methods to make it a bit easier for when we need to use them. So we'll make a new
New
vector
keyboard, our just
3
coordination
method
is a new
so that
keyboard.
we can return a vector 3. And this will
Yeah.
be for our random force. So here's where we
It had RPG lights. It's way too big for my hands, but I keep telling myself I'll get used to it, although it's been a year. And I have my other keyboard right here, and I know I could use it, but I like the RPG lights. So, yeah, at this point, I'm like, I don't know. I think I am, um, I like a
calculate a
challenge.
random force and then send it back to us. And then in fact we can just have it return this entire line of code in our add force. So we'll cut that with Control or Command X, paste it down in random force with Control or Command V. And now in our add force method, we can actually just call our random force method. We can do the same thing for the torque. Since random just returns a float, we'll use our float. Call this random torque, so it generates a different torque value each
Yes, new
time.
keyboard.
We can actually just take our random range
Sorry if I
and
ramble off too
return a
fast
random range,
sometimes.
and then we can just call random torque.
Oh my gosh, they're changing so much.
And then if we just cut out all the random ranges, and we'll just paste our random torque method into each of those different parameters. And then last but not least, since we're creating a random spawn position, we can just use a method to do that too. So again, we'll create another vector 3 since we're using a vector 3. We can take where we create our actual random spawn position. If we cut that out of our start method, in our vector 3 we return, and then we paste that entire line of code. Now one thing you might notice between our random spawn position method that returns a vector 3 and random force that returns a vector 3 is that our random force does not use the new keyword versus our random spawn position, which does. That's because with random force, because we're multiplying a vector 3 that already exists and multiplying it by values, we can return that vector 3 immediately. In our random spawn position, because we're actually creating a new vector 3, we actually need to use the new keyword to create a new vector 3 variable with values that we can then use. And then in our transform.position, we can just call random spawn position. So now our code is a lot more clean in the places where we're really using our different methods. It's much easier to read. We have variables, so we can change them whenever we need to. And then in our different helper methods, we're doing different things like calculating a random force so that we can use it, or a random torque, or a random position. Now it's your turn.
Alright, now it's my
For a
turn.
random torque or a random
Okay,
position.
that's what they say at the end of the
Random
video.
force.
Alright, so target add force is going to be just, really? Is that what they have? It still kind of amazes me sometimes what the engine knows on its own and what it doesn't know on its own. Like, so all these become random torque. But what defines random torque? That's the stuff that bothers me when I'm doing things like this. Right here, max torque? Huh? We need a new vector, so we use new because we modified it. And in the way a full course at university about OOP is thrown in the garbage, that's just too broad and generic. Huh? Oh, yeah, what the instructor said. Yeah. Yeah, it always leads me with more questions. Questions that don't really, I end up getting stumped on questions that don't really have anything to do with what I'm doing, but more just curious about how Unity works in the background. Because it's like my mind just wants to build pictures of everything. I gotta visualize it. So sometimes I'm just following the instructions until I finally can build the picture. Yeah, it is very, very wrong on so many levels, but if you don't aim for optimization, but yeah. Well, I'm still just a beginner in Unity, so I think this course is more about like teaching you the user interface and stuff, which is what I needed because I was actually looking at my Unity hub and it has the dates of when you were last in projects. So I started learning Unity 21 days ago. I just opened it up one day and said, Google, this. I threw all my notes in Google about what kind of game I wanted to make and started following the instructions. And since then, lovely people such as yourself have given me so much advice and shown me tutorials and stuff. So, yeah, if you want to know, you can ask. On that level, we are similar. The image in one, I can tell you everything down to how Windows, well, Linux, but is similar, run executables. Well, I will definitely send you my questions. Okay. Is it fine if I send you things on Discord randomly? Because I do. I always have curious questions about um how things work. Random torque, random torque, random torque. It's the same thing each time. Hey, hey Tetra, you got a watch streak. Awesome. Yeah, I joined, so feel free to ask. Lurky lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Especially during the boring part. I'm opening up my crabby game later though. So that's what I want to do. It's almost making it hard for me to focus because I just want to work on the one game, but I need to know what I'm doing. does this stay inside these parentheses? No, they don't. Oh, and it's not even this. Okay, so now I gotta add a second. Something doesn't look right. Where's the little brackets that all this is supposed to be in? Did I delete them? There's supposed to be like a curly bracket here, isn't there? Oh no, I'm just not seeing it. Okay, I wasn't scrolled over enough to see it. There we go. Right in there. You are moved on the vertical scroll. No, thank you. Thank you. Psych. Caught it at the same time. Why is that? Oh, so it should be a 3. Am I misspelling it? Oh no, those are all within the start. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Let me look at theirs.
Whenever we
Their
need
notes are
to.
so...
And
No. What? So it is right here. Huh? No, 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 no. Alright, I just gotta mute for this phone call. Hey, hey. Yeah, sorry. I said it really quick, but I just muted for a second for a phone call. But I'm done. Sorry. Yeah. Instead of going like to the whole break screen, for just a couple minutes, and since I'm also still working, I'll try to make sure I say it more clearly. Maybe type it. But thanks for letting me know because I do end up muted sometimes. I'll mute myself to take a sip of water and then I'll forget. Hmm. Huh? Wait. It is red because you didn't finish writing the functioning in VS Code. It's probably linked to Unity so it doesn't understand what you're trying to do. Oh, thank you for that. I'll remember that in the future if I start to scare myself that just finish the statement first. And now the final one. Random. It's adding that force in there every time, and it is so annoying when it adds a word in there like that because I don't always catch it, and then I come back and I see it, and I think I've made the mistake. I'm blaming myself for Visual Studios is meddling. How dare they? I'm just playing. Spawn position. I don't know if you could hear that. That was a really loud motorcycle going by outside. Finally. Let's see. Let's make a guess. How many errors do you think is gonna come up when I go back to Unity? 3, 4, 18. Let's see. One. Just one. I'm so surprised. What did I mess up here? Okay. Huh? It doesn't have the little parentheses? I think that's it. Oh, now another problem. Get rid of one to find another. Now what does it want? Oh, that's like, wait, yeah. I guess I didn't change this one. Fingers crossed. Yay. The random force, not range. Oh, look at you looking out for me. Okay. 5. On to getting object list in Game Manager. Okay, the next thing you should do is create all lists for these objects to spawn from instead of making a spawn manager for these spawn functions. Huh, what's that sound like? That kind of sounds familiar. We're going to make a game manager that will also control game states later on. Hmm.
We have all of our prefabs set up so they're randomly spawned at different positions. They have different forces applied to them so that they fly up the screen. Now we're going to use a list to keep track of all of these objects to spawn them. But instead of using a spawn manager, we're actually going to create a game manager, since we're also going to use the game manager to control the states of our game later. In your project hierarchy, if you click the create button and create an empty for creating an empty game object, we'll rename this game object.
Okay, this is like why I'm doing this. I did not know this was a create button. I just been right clicking. So these are the little things that are so good to know. You can't see the pop-up from it, can you? I wish they showed the pop-ups. There's some choice in OBS for that.
As game manager. And then we need a game manager script to be able to actually use it. So in our scripts folder, if we right click, create a C# script, and call it game manager, we'll now apply our game manager script to our game manager object, and you can see that it's applied. If we open up the game manager script, now we're going to do something similar in our game manager script to get the list of all of the objects we're going to use. So we're going to use public so we can apply the references. But instead of using an array, we can use a very similar data structure called a list. And then with a list, we actually need to give it the type of something. So we'll create a game object, and we'll call this targets.
When you first add a list variable,
Oh my
the code
gosh.
editor will likely show a red squiggly arrow line.
Oh my gosh, that voice change just scared me. Huh. Control Shift N creates empty game object. Okay, I'm trying it just for fun. Okay. Control Shift N. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now we'll delete that. That's fun.
Fine. Looking at Unity's console, you'll see an error message that says the type or namespace name list could not be found. Are you missing a using directive or an assembly reference? That may sound familiar to you. Similar to what we saw with coroutines earlier, we just need to include another using directive. Most code editors will show you a quick fix option when you hover over the error. In this case, it will suggest that you add using system.collections.generic. Just add that line at the top of your code along with your other using statements, and this will let you work with the list type. After adding it, you should see the error disappear in your IDE, and when you save, the Unity console error will clear up as well. Now that we've taken care of that, let's continue exploring how to use this list.
Now, a list is extremely similar to an array. So if we were to create our own array, we could call it game objects and then targets 2. And you can see I misspelled game objects. So the notation is very similar, but with a list itself, we can actually pass it in the type of thing that we want, versus with an array, we have to tell the array what that thing is before we make the array itself. Overall, lists and arrays have slightly different functionality, so there are times where a list is more useful than an array, but for the purpose of this project, we'll just use a list for now so that we can kind of get used to it and see how it works and how similar it is. Now when we save, when we go into Unity, you can see our game manager script. It has the name of the targets. We can create a size, very similar to how we made a size for our array. So we'll set this to 4. Now we have 4 elements that we can give it. So we'll give it the bad object, the good object, the second one, and the third one. So what you're going to do is in your project hierarchy, you're going to create a new empty object, call it Game Manager. You're going to create a new script called Game Manager, apply that script to the Game Manager object. In your Game Manager script, create a new public list of game objects.
So Lists versus arrays. What are people's thoughts on that? I'm in the right code, right? Yeah, okay. Hmm? Mental breakdown on OOP part 2. OOP. I don't know what that means. Different tools for different jobs. Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. You know, there's a, there's a the correct tool for everything, as they say. I love how just like one little line can make such a difference. And then you can have like the longest line of stuff and it's just telling you the position of something. What did I do wrong? Oh wait, no. I gotta add that thing at the top. The the creepy voice told us about. I want to put a T in generic. I want to make it generic tick. Generic tick. I have to stop myself. Okay. Will this work, please? No, now I got more errors. No. Did I misspell something? Using system collections. There's no S. All right. Yay. And now come over here. Make this 4. Right? And I'm going to put them exactly how he did. There we go. That's it for that section, right? Wait, was I supposed to drag them from the prefabs folder? Oh, ooh, I was. I was supposed to drag them from the prefabs folder. Okay, let's just get rid of the. Oh, no, 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 wrong buttons, wrong buttons. I'm pressing all kinds of wrong things. Exit, exit, minus, minus, minus. Okay, let's just start over. One more try. Here we go. There we go. That's correct. I think I was supposed to delete the things from the scene, but I never want to delete the things from the scene. That's just a personal quirk. Hmm. Okay, okay. Different tools for different jobs. Object-oriented programming. Hmm. List. Specifically linked 1 are a way to have a data type that can be increased in size and decreased to fit the amount of data. Array are fixed at the declaration phase. If you want to resize them, you need to create a new one and copy all the data and finally destroy the old one. This is handled automatically by C+ if you do resize. Huh. Resize. You mean the object size in the game view? Or some other instance of size? Because size could mean how much data is being stored within your game or like your actual visual size. Those are the little things that get me. Alright, so wait, what are we doing now? Clicky mouse? Does it really say clicky mouse right there? Is that the professional term? Create a coroutine to spawn objects. That's the name of like this whole little section, I think. Clicky mouse.
We've created a game manager object.
No, I mean inside the memory. See, that's what I was kind of thinking, but I did want to clarify. If you create an array of n, that's it. You now, wait. You need a new one. If you create a list of n, you simply apply a new one. By the way, is called C sharp, not C plus. C sharp, yes. C sharp, sharp, C sharp. Like, that's what happens when you're only reading to yourself too much. You get the wrong thing in your head. So, yeah, C sharp. I need to correct that. What's the difference between C sharp and C plus? And if you get tired of my questions, you can let me know at any time. I'm like a child with the why. You can say, mm, I don't want to be annoying. You're so helpful, thank you.
That has our game manager script that now can control all of the different prefabs that we have. Now,
Aw, you wanted to be a teacher in high school? There was a time when I wanted to be a teacher. Mm, I wanted to help. I wanted to be a teacher, but I don't think I am teacher material. I just, I'd be like little kid teacher. Yeah. C plus doesn't exist. The only language that exists is C, C plus plus, and C sharp. Oh, that's so funny. So on C plus, you say C plus plus? Oh man, I'm so Googling the difference between all those later. It's gonna bother me. No, you say C plus plus. C plus plus. That's so funny. Yeah.
what we'll need to do is we want to instantiate them over time, so we'll use a coroutine again, and we'll learn about a new loop that we can use to do that. In our game manager script, we're actually going to create a new method first. Now we're going to create another iEnumerator method called spawnTarget. That way we can actually use the waitForSeconds method to control the length of time between each spawn. We need to use the yield keyword again, and we need to return a new waitForSeconds, and it needs a float of seconds. For now, we'll just use spawn rate because we'll create the variable later. Now we need to actually get a random object from our list to use, so we'll use our index so we can select that object in the list using its position. We'll get a random number.
So, especially. Wait. No, you don't do it. You're going down a rabbit hole in the Discover Holy Sea. What? Especially because the main difference is OOP. That's advanced programming, technically. Hmm. No, don't do it. Oh, that's so funny. I'm just interested in like the history of. I'm not gonna try to dive down into the applications of it too much. But I'm always interested in like the evolution of the computer and how, one thing led to the other. Yes, I do end up going down the rabbit hole a lot though on things.
Between the
But hey, I said earlier if you want, I can give you a crash course on programming and advanced programming. Enough to finally understand why you shouldn't put public everywhere. Uh, I'll take you up on that crash course next week. Definitely. This is my last day of coding for the week.
first object and the last object, so similar to how in arrays we got the length, we can use targets, but in this case we actually get the count. And so this will actually give us the count of how many objects are in that list. In this case it's 4, so it'll be a random number between 0 and 4. And then we need to actually instantiate that object. So using our targets, we select the one at the index that we're going to use, so that way we either get our bad object or one of our 3 good objects. Now, the loop that we're going to use to control this is called a while loop. And a while loop is a fusion between a for loop and an if statement. So an if statement requires a condition to tell it when to stop. A for loop will iterate over something a certain number of times to execute your code. So while loop will execute your code continuously, but instead of giving it a defined number of times to run, we can actually use a condition to tell it when it should actually stop running. We don't actually have a condition we're going to use just yet, so we'll just set this to be true. So while this is true, which will always be, we can do our line of code here to spawn our objects. Our spawn rate is still mad at us because it hasn't been initialized yet, so we'll create a private float spawn rate, and we'll set that to 1 for now, so it'll spawn every 1 second. Now, in our start method, we'll use a coroutine to actually start that.
Huh? So let me know if I don't want to impose. You want I can prepare. I will, no, I'm serious. I will definitely um be interested in learning that. um I don't want to impose either. But yeah, don't kill yourself preparing something, but yes, I will look at and be very interested in anything about computer programming. It is a great interest of mine. You can spam me on Discord. Um, that's fine. You can even send me direct messages if you don't want to put it all out there. Thanks.
Spawn timer. So if we start coroutine, spawn target.
And then there should be one last
Oh,
error
creepy
coming up under
voice.
IE numerator. And this should be somewhat familiar to you now, because if you hover over the error and look at the quick fixes, once again it looks like we're missing a using directive. If you select that quick fix option, it will add using system.collections to the top of our code with the other namespaces, giving us access to the IE numerator functionality, getting rid of that error, and allowing us to proceed.
Now, after we've saved, if we go to play our game, you should see through the magic of our programming that we have all of these different obstacles, and even though they're running into each other, that's totally fine. You can see it's randomly creating different obstacles over time. What you're going to do in your game manager class, make sure you create a spawn rate to keep track of the number of seconds that you want something to spawn. You're going to create another enumerator method for our spawn target, we're going to use a while loop, and for now our condition will just be that it's always true. In our while loop, we will yield return the wait for seconds using the spawn rate that we actually wanted to spawn at, so 1 every second. You're going to get the index of an object to choose from our list, and then you're actually going to instantiate that object using the index to grab it from our targets list. And then in our start method, just create a coroutine using start coroutine, and then call our spawn target method. Now it's your turn.
I'm just like to pause it right there. Okay. Am I in the right one? Hmm. No, I need to be in Spawn Manager. Did I write this in? Hmm. Hmm. I think I messed up. I did mess up. I did mess up. This shouldn't be here. I'm in the wrong code. Did I? Okay. That's the only thing that should be here. That's correct. Save that. Leave it. Now. Um. Which one was this in? They're in the. I gotta like game manager. I had to full screen that to be able to read. Okay. Now, here is where it gets all this new stuff. We gotta add system collections. Okay. I had to take it. Okay. So, right here, private flute. And my fingers. Okay. Spawn rate equals. I always wonder, like, why do you have to put the 0.0? I just do it because it's there. Start coroutine. Okay, now here is where the enumerator goes, which just means listing things in their numerical order. Took me a minute to figure out what that meant. Oops. While these little notes are like, this is the worst. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm. Let's put this back up here so you guys can see. There it is. Oop. Okay, not that far. Not that far. Right about here? Hmm? I'm looking at the stream, so there's a delay. Okay, so these notes. Does it even show it? Nope. This. It's hard to tell their spacing. So I always have to look at
And
this.
then call our spawn target method. Now it's your turn.
No, show me the enumerator section. so I can see your spacing. It wants to be mean. Okay. I know this is like this. Huh? If it is needed to tell the compiler C sharp that the value is a float, you could write 1f or 1.0f. If you write 1.0, the compiler would think you are using double, another type of data type. Hmm. Oh, okay. So the F attaches it to be the float's number. It's like a little reminder. Or that's just how I interpreted that. Okay, wait 4 seconds. And then create from the index. The index, not the index. And random range. Zero. By the way, in semicolon and brackets provided language, the space are there for you as the developer, not for the compiler. He strip away all the spaces and new lines when parse the code. Huh. Well, that actually makes sense because I remember one time I had an error and I thought it was spaces and that wasn't changing anything when I took away or added a space. So, yeah. Nope, nope. All right, I think that's that. Let's see. I knew it. What? What did I do wrong? And oh, it's missing an N. Instantiate. Now what? Okay, this one. Mm, okay. Okay, what did the error say? What did it actually say? The name targets does not exist in the current context. Really? Okay, I'm gonna refresh this page. Is it? Ah, wait. No. This is so weird. What? almost like, is something spelled wrong in this word and I just don't see it? Because both of these are wrong. Because it says target does not exist in current context. Targets. Should I have tagged my items target or do I have to put them in the inspector somehow? Hey, new follower. Let me look at my little thing. Hey. What? Writer mine? Here for the next Jinshi Impact Killer. Okay. Is that a good game? I've heard about it. I haven't played it. Convince me to. If that's what you're talking about. Well, hi. I'm Fruitcakes. I am an aspiring game developer. I share my struggles in Unity code, and I play new games occasionally, but Minecraft is my favorite. Thank you for joining. Hey, I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to listen to the end of this again.
Play our game, you should see through the magic of our programming that we have all of these different obstacles, and even though they're running into each other, that's totally fine. You can see
Trying to
it's
figure out
randomly
where I messed
creating
up
different
this word
obstacles over time.
target. This error is just throwing me off.
What you're going to do in your game manager class, make sure you create a spawn rate to keep track of the number of seconds that you want something to spawn. You're going to create another enumerator method for our spawn target. We're going to use a while loop, and for now our condition will just be that it's always true. In our while loop, we will yield return the wait for seconds using the spawn rate that we actually want to spawn at, so 1 every second. You're going to get the index of an object to choose from our list, and then you're actually going to instantiate that object using the index to grab it from our targets list. And then in our start method, just create a coroutine using start
Yeah, I don't think I
coroutine,
put anything.
and then call our spawn target
Wait,
method. Now it's your turn.
where's my targets list? Well, there's my targets. So it's not that. Oh, it just says target here. Does that matter? Like the S? Is that what's messing it up? This is so weird. I did everything like the instruction. Yeah? So would just getting rid of this S do it? Wait, did they give bad instructions or did I not put an S on target earlier on? Yeah, that's me. That was totally me. Okay, I'm gonna fix my mistake. Now that I know what it was, thanks for help. Thanks for confirming that. Thank you. Okay, so where did I put that in here? Needs to have an S, right? Where is it this one? No, it's not this one. I know. Wait a second. Hmm. In the manager script. Okay, it's still in the manager script where I messed up. Here it is, right here. That one. Fingers crossed. Yes! At first, for a second there, it looked like the error wasn't going to go away. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna save and test play. We should see something happening. Ah, things are happening! And it says must be non-negative and less than the size of the collection. Hmm. Okay, so index was out of range, must be non-negative and less than the size of the collection parameter index. Wait, can't just take me to it right here. So what are you developing? I'm actually working on a course. So this would be a prototype. I'm learning. This course is supposed to be teaching me about user interface. And right now I'm just setting up the base game. And yeah, it's a unity.com course called Create with Code. And it was pretty good introduction to Unity if you're interested. Yeah, I can share the link with you. I'll just put it up there for fun. Let's see. Here it is. That's the course. Yep. Oh wait. I just minimized it. All right. And now I think I'm actually finally on my last section of today. Destroy target with click and sensor. Because I just did this one. Create a coroutine to spawn objects. But I had an error, so let me look at that for a second. Hmm. Huh, hey. Huh. That error normally happens when you iterate in too far in the array list and exceed the amount of element in the list. But I just switched from Unity to Unreal. Well, nobody says you can't use both. I don't hate Unreal. It's just I chose Unity because I'll be able to package for Android easier. Time to go back. Nah. Use whatever is best for you. You know, everyone has their own things. Okay, so that error normally happens when you iterate too far in the array list and exceed the amount of element in the list. Huh. Well, right here it has nothing. Oh, because I put the S, it redid this maybe. But I think that error code came up before I made that change. I don't know. But either way, I gotta fix this. Hmm? Yes, target.count. Well, and I'm doing a game engine in C, C++, and here we are. See you making that game engine? Okay, something. So this one right here needs an S. Two? I want, or it does not. I just need to build a Minecraft clone. Minecraft's my favorite game, and I'm constantly finding myself when I'm like, oh, how should I do this in the game? And then my mind instantly thinks to do it the way Minecraft does it, and I have to be like, no, 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 no. You have to do something unique and different. You just can't constantly be creating Minecraft again. I constantly catch myself. It's like I want the movement the same. I want the hand and the vision the same. Look at the Unity project on that line. Okay. The target count one. Okay. Okay. Target count. Target count. Okay, list, that's just targets. Spawn, void, spawn target, update, spawn target, while, wait some seconds, spawn rate, target, targets count, right here. It should be target count. Oh, okay. Now look at the lesson. The lesson, huh? Not the S. Okay, I'll leave the S. Okay, initial index equals random range 0 targets count. To me, it looks exactly the same. What? Okay, new plan. Go to the Unity page and look at the code on that line. Huh? Oh, wait, you guys can't see it, can you? Sorry. Let me scroll up. See, I'm looking at it right here. You can't see my cursor when I hover it, but it's right there. And um, I mean, dude, int space index space equals space randon dot. It's like I've not seen a single difference. No worries, no worries. Relax, it's okay. Let me just throw these prefabs in here while I'm here and thinking about it. Alright, I'm gonna throw these prefabs in and then I'm gonna try to run the game and I'm gonna see what errors I get. Just little restart, little refresh. See what we're doing. It might have just been because nothing was in that inspector. I think it was. Look at that. It's always the inspector. Yeah. Okay. Finally. Okay. No errors. Woohoo! And now we're going to destroy the target with click and sensor. Let's see how badly I can mess this one up.
Now our
That was the reason, 3317. I thought you at least added the object. I did add the object, but then when I corrected the spelling for targets, it reset this. And I didn't realize, so when I played it, it was empty. So I had done it, but then it just threw it all away and said, do it again. Mm-hmm. I'll remember that. Mm-hmm. Wait till you make a mistake. Okay.
our objects are all
Clicky mouse
spawning
time.
using our game manager, and every second you'll see a different object being created. Now you can see over in our hierarchy that we have all of these different objects that are continually being produced and not being destroyed. So we'll need to destroy them in two different ways. So we'll actually get a register for when we actually click on one of these different objects.
Happy accidents.
But then also we need
Oh,
to
so they're
destroy
happy
all of these
accidents when
things
you make them.
the player makes. Now that we're in our target script, we're going to add in a new method. So in this case, we're going to override a method that Unity already has made for us, which is really handy. So if we private void, now we can put on mouse
Okay.
up, or we can type on mouse down.
This one I should be
We'll
able to
also
get
type
done
in on
right.
mouse up just so you can see it. Now, because this actually happens so often in different games and in different projects, Unity has already made a method to detect whenever your mouse is inside of a collider of an object and you click down, or if you let go of your click, it will then fire off an event that will then immediately use whatever lines of code are inside of this block. So similarly, for when we did key presses, when you press the spacebar down or you let go of the spacebar, you could detect that and then you could fire off a line of code. In this case, we don't have to program any of that because we can just use these functions that already exist. So I'll get rid of on mouse up and I'll just use on mouse down for now. And so when the mouse is down inside one of our objects, we will then destroy that game object.
But
So
listen,
to test our on mouse down, let's
changing
see
the name
if we
is a
play on our
privilege of
game.
having an 18 years of experience.
You can see the boxes going up in the air. I clicked in the wrong place.
All right,
One's
all
down,
right.
1, 2, 3,
I bow down to your
4,
experience.
5. And now you can see we can delete them when we click on them. However, they're still getting created and they're not being removed when they actually leave the player's view. Helpfully, in our project, we actually already have
They should be
a
popcorn.
empty game object created called a sensor, and it has a box collider already applied to it that has a trigger. So in our target script, we can actually use the onTriggerEnter method, since the sensor is the only thing that has a trigger applied to it. And then when one of our objects enters the trigger for that sensor, we can destroy it. One thing you might have noticed too when we were playing our game is that the boxes were spawning a little bit too low. So fortunately, since we saved the Y spawn position as a variable, if we just move up the box.
Hmm. I didn't start at 8 writing code just to make mistakes. You started writing code at 8. It's like humble brag. It's like, I like the little face. Hmm. You just wait. Okay. You just wait. I'm gonna catch you making a mistake. All right.
A little bit, maybe to like, let's call it a -2. Now you can see when we test our game, our boxes should spawn a little bit higher. And then when they run into the collider, they get removed when they enter the trigger. One thing you might notice in our target script is in our overridden variables, you'll see the private keyword. However, in our custom methods, you'll see that we don't use the private keyword. A really nice thing about scripts is, in fact, if we don't state that something is private or public,
Sometimes I hover
it'll
this video trying to
automatically
scroll.
actually make our variables, if they're global, or our methods private. So what you're going to do is in your target script, you're going to create an on mouse down overridden method. And in that method, you're going to destroy the game object. So that way, when our mouse is inside the collider
Ugh.
of one of our objects, when we click our mouse down, it'll actually destroy that game object. And similarly, you'll create an onTriggerEnter method where when one of the game objects runs into the sensor at the bottom of our scene, it'll destroy that game object too. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Missed one little part.
Our boxes should spawn a little bit higher
Yeah.
since we
Yeah.
saved
What
the
did you
Y
change it
spawn
to?
position as a variable. If we just move up the boxes a little bit, maybe to like, let's call it a -2.
Okay. See, My dumb self was gonna. I like, ah, make it more like a bigger number. No, it's negative. It needs to be a lower number. Okay. And then one last little section. Where does it go? Right here. Mm, I always want to capitalize at the beginning of typing. There. Oh, I need a drink. Tony Stark's fault. Why, you tried to make a Iron Man suit? What was the thing that got you inspired? Want to know. All right, fingers crossed, no errors. And of course, there's errors. Destroy. Did I misspell it? Yeah, I think I did. It's supposed to be Roy, not Ori. Destroy. Mainly to Jarvis and an old French cartoon called Code Lyoko, if I'm saying that right. Me? What got me into it? Yeah, same thing, like two things. So, um, I don't know, like it's like a lot. So, curiosity, um, and I wanted to make the game I wanted to make. Basically, I was like, I'm gonna make this game. And I told myself each year I always put myself to learn something new. And I wanted to make a game called No Seed Left Behind. And the whole motive is like, my whole motive is to like sneakily convince people to not throw their seeds away, but to just at least just throw them outside, throw them on some dirt. And I always I always like preaching to everybody I knew about, like, don't throw your seeds away, you know? And someone was like, you should just make the game. And I was like, okay, I will. I will make it. And here we are. I'm learning Unity. So, yeah. I don't know. I used to work in websites, and like, that's just dead. So, maybe I'll work in games. It's just one of those things. All right. So, no errors. Final test. Let's see if I can delete these things by clicking. Holy moly. No, no. I can't even. I don't think they're. Did it delete when I clicked it? I must have forgot to do something. Did I not? Well, the bomb deleted, it looked like. No, that just put itself through the page. Well, you are lucky. You know how to draw. You you don't know how many game. I stopped because I'm a terrible, terrible drawer. Now you forgot something, it seems. Yes, I definitely forgot something. Let's look at this. So What does it say? Sorry, made me. Do all the objects have the script correctly applied? Good question. Let me double check. Prefabs. Um, there's the target script, target script, target script, and target script. Let's see. So I did write this in the right script, didn't I? So, okay. Private void on mouse. Destroy game object. Um, they have they have box colliders, right? Yeah. Let's like, where did it go? Oh, it looks like the box collider is plenty big enough to hit. What did I do wrong? Oh wait, could it be? Hold on, let me say this. Sometimes they tell me to do this. I don't know if I did it for this one. I don't think I did it for this one. It's like project settings and like player controllers have to use both, not just the new system. Input system package. I'm gonna switch it to both. Both, yeah. Yeah, there's my southern accent. Turning TH into F. Okay, let's see what you say. What's your tips? Do all the objects have the script correctly applied? Welcome in the debugging world. The script works. And the bomb, this means the script should be correct, but it must be with something else. Huh. Well, and I did check the body. Oh yeah, that is true. So it's not the controllers if it worked on one thing. So I kind of jumped the gun on that one, but I don't think it'll hurt making this change. So let's check this thing's box collider. Well, that seems plenty big enough. Just gonna play one more time. Oh, it worked. It worked. I think I was okay. It works. I don't know why it didn't work before, but it's working now. Maybe it was the controller thingy I just changed. I don't think I actually was clicking the bomb. I think they had like bounce. See how that one just bounced itself through? I think I had tricked myself. I think it was the thing. Either way, it's working now. Yay! We don't even know why or how, but it is. All right, that's it. Thank you. I'm at the recap point. All right, so the things that were new for me this time: random objects are tossed into the air on intervals. Yep, I had never done that. Objects are given random speed, position, and torque. I'd done different random positions, but not speed or torque. If you click on an object, it is destroyed. I don't know if I'd done that one before. I don't think I had actually. And No, 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 I had destroyed things on mouse click. Yes. Okay. New concepts and skills. 2D view. I did 2D before. Add torque. Definitely new. Game manager. Um, yeah. Yeah, that was, I mean, I might have made things like that, but that was definitely new. Lists. Hmm. Yeah. I'd use them, but I think I could always continue learning. While loops. Mouse events. And then the next, we'll add some effects and keep track of score. All right, but I'm not doing that today. This is done. Mark complete. Woohoo, 10 points for me. All right, file, save. Yay! Hey, was there something you wanted to show me? I think somebody, was it you or somebody else was like, thanks. All right, I'm gonna exit. Well, maybe I'll just leave that one there for a second. I should have been smart and already opened my other game. Crabby Run. But yeah, switch this over. Oh, I just realized. I'll put on some music. Where are my playlists? I made a playlist from. Oh, that's an advertisement. I made a playlist just from the relaxing sounds suggested the other day. Whoa. What? Oh. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thanks for the bits, biddies, whatever people call them. You don't have to do that, but thanks. I appreciate the encouragement and help. It keeps me going sometimes. Let's put a little relaxing music. Let me know if it's too loud, because I know my computer sounds they'll drown me out. I've noticed. Aw, thanks. Alright, I think Crabby Games finally, is it open? Yes. Alright, I'll switch views. What? It's not giving me the option. Hold on. There it goes. There we go. Ha, Crabby Game. We can take this away. The mic's perfect? Oh, okay, good. And I think this will automatically change once I open something. Let me see. Close this. Whoa. Let's see. Oh, no, they don't. They stay in separate windows. Okay. So I'll close this one. And then over here. Oh, there it is. And make this fit better. This is my fun project. This is what I'm making just because I want to make it. It is an I play game. And it's not working. It's not set up to work yet, but it's so much fun. Okay. So, when I left off at like 11 o'clock at night or something, I was over here at the finish line and I drug my little prefab and then I have two items. This is an actual prefab I drug from my prefabs folder, and this is, no, other way around. This is the prefab, this is the original. Doesn't really matter which is which. But this wall back here is supposed to be the finish line. So whoever hits it is the winner, right? Oh, I was so tired when I left off. I don't know. I don't know kind of where I left off. So I know I had the finish line here, and it was supposed to in the game, supposed to be race over, searches for who is the player, and then I'm not getting the debug message, so it doesn't even matter, you know? It's just not, this is not working. Let's just see what happens real quick. Try to remind myself where I was when I left off. And I made those crabs and animated them myself. So I would love help. Yeah, I would love help. Like on learning, yeah, let me suffer a little, but now help. Help me, please. Because I'm so lost. Okay, first open the console of Unity. Huh? What do you mean the console of Unity? I have Unity open, don't I? Oh, this. Sorry. There's no errors. I gotta make sure I don't show certain things on this stream. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta make this invisible for a second. Yeah. So, I just gotta make sure I have one little drop down menu closed. Okay, just in case I click on, I gotta remember not to click on my Twitch manager and open Twitch manager in the inspector because it will show like my chat token. So, yeah, I was just checking that real quick. Sorry. So long as that's minimized, I'll be okay. No, I think I need to put, huh? For now, it doesn't seem to be any error with the game. Yeah, I know. It's not like an error, it's just like not set up. So basically, what I was thinking is the crab probably needs some code on it so that it can tell when it's hit the wall and it can declare itself the winner maybe. Because right now I have it on the finish line. So that's kind of where I don't know. I know. Yeah. It's just stumped. I'm gonna open all these. So I have crab movement. I guess within crab movement, that's on the crab. Maybe that could determine and know when it's hit the wall and declare itself the winner. But yeah. So, hmm? Hey, Thetra. Did you show up just in time to help? Look up at Raycast. Raycast. Talking about like in crab movement. I am lurking. Okay, enjoy your lurk. And I think it is a little hard. What do you want to do right now? Find the winner or program crab behavior. Well, the only thing I'm trying to do right now is, um, well, where I left off, I was trying to have the finish line declare the winner, which I think is where I started going wrong. And right now I have the finish line code up, if you guys can see it. And so basically it's like right there, it's just supposed to feel the first crab that shows up, and then it's supposed to look for the player's name, the tag, which it's already called for and can get because I saw the names coming through on the crabs. And then just it'll say into the chat, so and so is the winner, and then it'll stop the game. Then look about Unity triggers. Mm-hmm.
Your little one grew 3 inches overnight. Adorable. Also, expensive. Sell their pint-sized pieces on Depop and list them in minutes with
Your crab needs a rigid body to trigger the collider. Let me go to my prefabs. Does it not have one? It has two. No, it has a rigid body. Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a rigid body. And I'm pretty sure the ones in the scene have rigid bodies, right? Yep. Rigid body. Rigid body. I wonder if because when I'm testing, these are just the hello ones that don't have a tag, it's not registering one with a tag. Maybe I have to like... Oh. Okay. My course is so long right now. I kind of want to... Should I... I'm going to try something. So this is the spawn point. I was thinking of taking it down to the finish line. Or should I just bring the finish line over here for testing? I think I will do that because maybe the way I'm trying to test is throwing me off. Now that I think about it, because these things are so different. Okay, so where is it? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna actually delete these. Why is that so hard for me to do? I have prefabs. I can pull them right back out, but still it makes me scared to delete them sometimes. This now is going to pull it all the way down here just to shorten the course for right now. And then let's see if, pro tip, a test scene much smaller and leaner without any 3D assets, just primitive to freely test. Yes, yes, I'm learning this one the hard way. Definitely remember that one in the future to keep it shorter. Yeah, I got ahead of myself on that one. I thought I was like almost done and then I remembered the finish line. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play. And you can do the exclamation play in chat if you want and your character should pop up. So I'm gonna do one so I can test it. And let's see. There I am. Did you guys not? What? It didn't make them for you? Oh no, that's just all me. Okay. Okay, there it is. Haha, I knocked you over. Look at that. I kind of love how crazy the animations are. Oh, and I can spam more in there too. I got a spacebar for test crabs. So, in just a minute, the wall will drop. I'm pretty happy with my Cinemachine camera. I spent quite a little time trying to get it to follow. Probably will have it zoom out. I definitely will shrink the course or enlarge the crabs. I'm not sure. Okay, this wall should be disappearing. Okay, there it goes. Now let's see if any crabs hit the wall and become winners. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. There's a timer. I can't even spam anymore. Okay. Let's make the wall hit them. Would that count? I don't think it's ending the game. Okay. Maybe the wall needs a body on it of some sorts. Did I not do that? Box collector. Does the wall need a rigid body to be felt? Or will that just make it fall out of the earth? It will, won't it? Unless I freeze this position. Let's see. I kind of want to not freeze it. Ha, I wanted to test if your code handled two I play. Okay, well, let's do it again and try it. Just got to do it quick. I think I put a thing in there to prevent that though, but I'm not sure. Okay, where's my exclamation point? I'm on my phone this time. Hi guys. Oh, it didn't. That is so funny how they move. No, you're gonna win. It's not fair. Okay, what happened to the finish line? I guess I twisted it, not paying attention. What? That's not what it's supposed to be like. Um, why is my finish line moving? I'm sorry, but you do see this, right? This finish line is moving. What? It has joined the race. This is hilarious. All I did was give it a rigid body. This is like, okay, I didn't move it. I think it's moving with the camera somehow. Um, that that was just so funny. Um, yeah. Maybe like freeze all positions? Would that do it? I don't know if that's gonna actually solve my problem. Oh, it's still moving. It's still deciding it's gonna move on its own. Look at it. It's suffering. It means it either wrongly put in the inspector or it have the movement script. Well, I don't know. Hmm, let's see. Let me check something. In scripts, I just have these three, but I did have to make a focal point for the cinematograph. I think the target group might, ha. No, this is supposed to be empty. Yeah, because Twitch Manager has the target group. I think somehow because I put a rigid body, it's getting that confused up with the target group or something. But I'll just like, hmm, you know what? I'm thinking of just deleting finish line script, deleting the finish line, and coming up with a totally different way to determine who the winner is from scratch. Like this close. Wait. All right. Hmm. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, no worries. Enjoy your dinner. Don't rush off your dinner because of me. How is it going? It's going pretty well. Um, so do you have a scene in full scene? Oh, in full screen with Unity? Do I have a scene with full screen with Unity? Oh, you want to see Unity in full screen? I can do that. Hold on. Does that help? And then, okay, cool. I'm gonna pull this up on top real quick, but then what I do is I'll minimize it. I'll try to remember to minimize it, and if I don't, just yell at me. Just be like, minimize it. Okay, what are the components of the finish line? The finish line is this wall. That is what it is. Right here, finish line. Um, yeah. I'm not, attached to it being the wall. I can turn it into anything, and it has the script on it. It's a plane, so I figured, okay, pro tip number 2, normally you separate the logic and the graphic. So, I, so I want to make it, I want to make an empty thing. Is that it? Control Shift N. Is that what I should do? You delete the finish line, create a new empty game object, resize it, and apply the box collider and the finish line to that. Okay, I will. Oh wait, I just deleted the name. There we go. Delete that, and now, ha, I use that shortcut. And this is going to be finish line. Can I call this finish line? So you delete the finish line, create a new empty object, resize it, and apply the box collider and the finish line script. Oh yes, I can call it finish line if I want. Box collider and the script. And resize. Where is it? Oh, I lost my mouse. I think that's long enough. Oh man, I made this thing so long, didn't I? What? I don't know if they'll be crawling up the walls or not, so. All right. So, do we test this or anything else I should do first? I'm going to test it just to see what happens. When you need this kind of job, you can do it by changing the value and transform. No, now you can test it. Okay. Hee. It is like bring the finish line up. Someone hit it. It's like right there. There's the crab. Almost. No. No, it's going away from the finish line. Come on. It's right there. You can do it. You can do it. Oh. Well, it definitely ran into it, but there's no message. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Let's see. Okay, open the box collider. All right. The box collider for the finish line, I'm assuming. Oh, is it still tiny? Oh, it looks like it's just as big as the box collider, yeah. No, is triggered is not clicked. It needs to be clicked to be true. So now it is. Any material? No. Okay, let's try. Miniaturize? Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up again. It's like something's stopping. That's weird. Click on the crab. Holy moly, I just tore it apart. Um, that's okay. I think I know what's stopping them. I think it's my um the 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 stopping line, the timer for the stopping line. I think stops them from passing a certain point. See, now that that thing disappeared, stopping them where they are and where you see it are not together. But it's definitely not nothing's winning still. Yeah. Yeah. So when I moved this, it just got disassociated. So they really can't go past like here. So that's not really a concern that they get stopped. That's that's supposed to be happening. Okay. I definitely think it's in the code, you know? Like I'm very positive that this is just doing nothing. Let's see. I'm going to zoom. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, put the debug log outside of the if. Okay. All right. Uh-huh. And remove winner name as it is not defined outside and test it. Minimize. Okay. I'm gonna give this a quick save. Save. Now we check just if the trigger, excuse me, just if the trigger is invoked. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, where's that thing at? I'm just gonna bring the finish line to him. It's like, come on. And they went right through it. The winner is! It says the winner is! It actually says it! The winner is! It works! It works! Yay! Yay! Okay, go back to game view. But it didn't freeze the motion. But yay, yay! The trigger is called, so the problem is the if. Okay, stop that. Okay, so I don't know enough to know what's wrong with it. This is me playing beyond my abilities. So it is triggering. Yay! I remember I was having a problem with one word in this code, and I just ended up deleting it so I could save without errors when I left. Add a debug inside the if now to check it. Okay.
So I'm writing an essay on cats. Cats in art history. I'm an art history major, and this final is due on Friday. Say you guys
That's
want
funny.
to go on a road trip with
I
me.
capitalize at the beginning when I shouldn't,
Basically, I
and
write
then I
an essay.
forget to capitalize
Well, once
when
I
I
have
should.
48 hours, then I can
It's
finish
very
the essay.
funny.
So I can focus on my
Um,
craft, my voice. We begin
hmm.
in ancient Egypt, and then the Renaissance, but also
Must
the
say
Revolution.
works
And like the
inside if.
Hey, hey.
I don't know.
Starting
That's
off
just what I'm gonna
with
make. The
poetry.
statement.
I have knowledge.
Hmm.
But is that
What else to
is
say?
that this?
Okay.
Okay.
Save.
Going to double check my facts and
Minimize so
figures.
you can see.
Oops, I made a few debated claims.
Clear.
Confirm those.
And then give it a
Any
try.
embarrassing statements?
Wait. After you press play, do not stop. We
Let me
also have
think.
to check another thing with the live crab. Okay.
Hmm. Not my dream grade. Let's clarify this. Shorten that. And boom. We have pretty high standards. Am I right?
Okay. Click on crab, clone the root object. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's it. Yes. What is it? What is it supposed to be doing? Look, it says untagged. But the finish line searches for tag player. Thank you for noticing that. See, I'm giving you a hug. Where do you need to look for something else, or can I stop to tag that? Oh, look at you. You're gonna win the race. Totally. Hmm. No, no, that's enough. Okay, good. Okay, so now go over to my lovely little crab, untagged. Now stop, change the tag in the prefab, and let's test. All right, let's just double check that's tagged. Yes, it is. And play. I actually thought about that, but I get too scatterbrained sometimes. I'll think of things and then not do it and think I did do it. Oh, did it freeze? Oh, oh, that was weird. I think maybe because I wasn't clicked inside of it. Okay, finish line. So it's saying the winner is, but it's not saying I don't it doesn't have the inside the if statement one. It's just the other one. And it just keeps doing it. That's crazy. Click on the crab again and see if the tag was saved. Okay. It says player. Huh. Does it have a rigid body? It does have a rigid body. Does it need to be triggered? Nope. Okay. Try to move the tag condition in the line if. Okay. I'm gonna stop this. Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay. And compare tag. So I take out all this, or would I just take out the word, or would I just take out compare tag? Okay. All right. Now, let's see. Hey, how dare you kick me? That's like, nah, it's not doing it. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's make it log every time. That's almost fun on its own. Well, like it's going nuts. Yeah, it's not stopping it because it's gonna keep announcing winner infinitely. Click on collapse. Collapse. Huh? You mean minute in console near clear? Oh. Oh, 629. Oh, thank you for that. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to give them more direction too, but I'm not too worried about that. Just okay. Well, that did nothing. Can you show me the script again? Yes, I can. Because the crab is detected, so the problem is the if. Yeah, I think it has to do with the whole race over statement because even though it's defining it as false in the beginning, where does it um where does that change? But I don't know. I'm really stumped at this one. Gonna search something. So let's do this. Other dot game object dot compare tag player and remove race over. Yeah, I was going to Gemini. 100%. I was about to drop all my script files in there and then be like, this is what's not working. Tell me why. And then it'll tell me a bunch of wrong things and confuse me even more. And 8 hours later, I'll figure it out myself. Okay, let's do this. Other. Okay. Um. Wait. So race over. So remove this race over just behind the if in part of the if statement in the if. Okay. Oh, yep. I need to spell that correctly. And remove this or leave this. Is this what you mean remove? For now, let's just switch the if and the parentheses. Okay. So that looks right? Or is there something else I'm supposed to change? Oh, parentheses around the whole thing. Oops. Like that. Um, okay, 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 okay. That makes more sense. I was getting a little confused. No need for sorries, you're being so helpful. Sorry, I don't know enough to be able to make this easier. Okay, so yes, saved. Do you know something I've hold on, I need to get a drink of water. Sorry. Okay, I am back. So, saved it, yes. I had a bad habit. You have no idea how many times I got angry and simply didn't save the script. I believe it. I believe it. That's only happened to me a few times. What I like to do is test it, right? And then while still in gameplay mode, open the script, make changes and save them. And then come back to Unity and like all the color just drains for me because I'm like, oh my gosh, I changed the script while it's in game mode. If I keep this bad habit, it is going to cause me problems. Yes. Okay, what? Oh, well, it would help if I spell it correctly, right? And that is a B, isn't it? Okay. Huh? Oh, sorry. Fun fact, few years back again, script were reverted if modified while running the game and then stop being it. Oh, kind of like the inspector. It's probably better than crashing in all honesty, but man, I bet that would be so frustrating if you made a bunch of changes. So what did I do wrong here? It says it's like a typo because it says assembly reference. That almost always means a comma. Game object. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. Now, what is this saying? It's a warning. Hold on. So the field finish line race over is assigned, but the value is never used. All right. Yes, that is a warning. Skip it for now. Okay. So we're ready to test. Hmm? 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 Hmm. Test. I think I might copy this game and make like a fighting game. Make like a circle and everything spawns in the middle, and the last one in the middle, like sumo, is the winner. The way these crabs fight. Okay. Finish line. Wait. Works inside. It actually showed up. Works inside if. So, yay. That's something. Yep, so the problem is the condition. Right? Well, I mean, if I'm just thinking, I don't know if I'm right about this, but if it starts out with the race in false and then it's looking for the race to become true, I don't know what's making race over become true. Oh, no, no, no. Is it just because they collide? Oh, this is saying it's becoming true. Okay. But it's not recognizing that. Well, maybe it is, but then it's just not doing. No, it is recognizing this, I guess. Because then it's saying this. Try to add it back. Add what back? Race over. Up here? Oh, I forget what it said. So it was just race over right here, right? No. Oh no. Okay. Okay. How did I do this wrong? Or did I do it? Oh yeah, it was just race over. Huh? Thank you. I'm starting to hit my brain fog period. Sorry. Oh wait, no, I'm always that way. It's fine. Game object, other game object. Compare, tag, player. I did the same typo both times. Don't worry, I'll consider this my first lesson. Lesson. Lesson at patience with difficult students. Okay. Thanks for the help. I'm gonna just keep saying it. Thank you. Okay, save and minimize. Test. Well, it logged it once. Does that mean it froze? Now it works. Sweet. Let's see. Let me look at my game. It didn't freeze I don't think I had their animations freezing. Now it works. Okay. So Hmm. Everything is right. Winner is printed every time something enters the trigger. The rest, if you see, stop after one print. Wait. Everything is right. Winner is printed every time something enters the trigger. The rest, if you see, stop after one print. So, what is, can you explain this section right here? I got myself confused because did it, I don't think that's doing anything. Yeah, it gets the name. Oh, that's what I deleted this section that causes it to write inside the chat. Look at the console. The winner is printed outside the if, so everything on trigger enter is activated. The other two happen inside the if, so the code works. Yes. Yes, it works. It's finally feeling that the crab is there. I get the name. Yep. That was not very pretty, but it works. Yeah, it works. Thank you so much for your help. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I would not have gotten that myself. I was very frustratedly stumped. Now you need to freeze all the crabs. Yeah, I'm not really too terribly worried about freezing the crabs. I mean, I was looking for that to happen because I think I was wrongly expecting that. Um, but like I said, when I finished off working last time, I kind of butchered this section just to save my project. And yeah, I definitely want to freeze the crabs. I thought the section to freeze the crabs was still in here, but now I see I think I had deleted it because like I said, I was so tired and it was late at night and I was just deleting every error basically just so I could close and save because I was afraid of saving with an error. So, yeah, that was like part of my problem. So, by the way, the only error was the way you grabbed the tag from the entering game object. Yeah, I think, yeah, if I had been able to figure that out before I started deleting things, probably would have done something, but yeah, mistakes were made. Good thing about computers, you know, there's always that space to write it again. So, trying to think, because I feel like I'm at a good stopping point, and I think I will probably save right here. And then next time, I'm gonna work on freezing the game and having it actually show up in the chat with a message saying, you know, you're the winner. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I will stop at this winning point. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so, so much.
So now that you've accomplished the job,
Maybe
let's
the
go ahead
winner
and
are the
celebrate.
friends
Okay,
we
relax.
maybe
Let's look at your
along
account.
the way.
Your account
Yes.
has
The real win is always the friends we make along the way. Definitely. Definitely. I am so grateful for all my new friends that have been helping me. If you want, I can give you how I would manage this problem. Slightly complex, but the production ready solution. I would love it. Send it to me on Discord because I might work on this later tonight, but right now I have to start wrapping up for, you know, getting to all my other activities of the day. Basically, I start work in a couple hours. So, yeah. Thank you. I'm going to save. And I'm also starting to run out of my voice. Okay, good luck with your work then. Thanks. You have a nice evening. And any lurkers out there, have a nice evening. Thanks for hanging. And mm, see you guys next week because I don't think I'm doing a stream tomorrow, even though sometimes I do, but I don't think I will be. All right, bye.